Alright. Start a new colony. And let's go crash land it. Set up some stuff here. Okay. So, RimWorld is a colony building game. And a new thing came out called Ideology, which I did not actually... I have not bought the DLC yet. It's an extra $20. I don't know. But it does come with a 1.3 update, which is a bunch of new stuff just in that. It's free. It's the first thing I gotta do. This is a sort of like Cowboys meets Aliens sort of thing, where it's like sci-fi but also kind of Wild West themed. First thing I gotta do is where am I gonna crash land? I kind of want to do.
Miller.
Yes.
On your Twitch stream, all I can see is your cursor on a big screen.
Yeah, I see that. Hold on. Why is that?
Uh-oh.
Huh. It doesn't want to capture RimWorld now. Hold on, I think I know why.
You're back again in 1 second.
Oh wow, that just straight up does not capture at all. That is very weird. Huh. Yeah, that's weird. Alright, hold on. Fortunately, I'm gonna have to do like a monitor capture, which kind of sucks. There we go.
Hey. Whoop.
Yeah, hold on. Okay.
Spy Visual Studio.
Okay. Now we do this. Once I actually also share my screen. Finally. Alright. Crash landed. Classic. Adventure. Reload anytime. Make world. Okay. 1.3 just came out. Ideology update. I don't have the Ideology DLC. But the update still adds a bunch of new stuff. First thing I gotta do is I gotta pick where to land. I want to pick somewhere that's temperate, somewhere that's near a bunch of sort of friendly people. These ones that are sort of houses are usually friendly. Oh, never mind, that one is super hostile.
Is all these houses live, or are they just local?
So they are... They're not players, these are all NPCs.
Gotcha. Okay. I was gonna say, that would have been easy.
There is a multiplayer mod for this, but it's very complex to set up, and I wouldn't put that on anybody.
Okay.
Not so quickly, at least. There's A lot of people in this place that hate me. Alright.
What do you do?
Well, first I gotta land somewhere, so let's go here?
No, I mean, what did you do to make them hate you?
Oh, it just randomly rolled that. Right, here we go. I got factions. I got this civil outlander union, doesn't care about me. This gentle tribe, doesn't care about me. And this shattered empire, doesn't care about me. The other four absolutely hate me. And these people, even if you earn favor with them, they will naturally go down to negative 130. By the way, it goes from negative 100 to 100, so these people will always hate you. If you try to earn goodwill with them, they will just immediately forget about it and go back to attacking you.
That's just rude.
It is.
Yes,
All right.
it is.
Temperate forest. I like it. All right. Now we need to figure out who are our 3 starting characters. So, let's randomize until we find somebody who looks interesting, like this. This person is very good at construction, very good at mining. Who wants to be our constructor miner?
Mining, constructing. Sounds like a GC thing.
Okay.
Mining and lumberjacking.
All right. We have... Who else we have? If this person... kind of need a doctor. This guy will do. Alright, 31-year-old woman. A frightened child, she grew up in a laundry list of phobias and neuroses. She feared, among other things, doctors and foodborne pathogens. As a result, she learned how to cook and care for herself, but many of her fears dog her in adulthood. So she's good at cooking and medical, but her hunting is disabled. She also became a forester, so she's very good at plants. She's incapable of violence. She's a gnawing voice. She's a slow learner, and she's a teetotaler.
I will take it.
All right. And then, okay, so we got construction, mining, and we got medical. So we need somebody who can probably research or cook.
You know what? I think I should be a miner. Can you be a miner and a doctor?
I can't choose them. There's a mod that lets you like set people's stat points like an RPG builder.
Ah.
This one you just have to randomize.
Yeah. Okay. Just like
where's your point buy or your stat array? Come on.
Yeah, yeah. No, there's a thing for that. It's called like
this is like
prepare
Wizardry.
carefully or something like that. I think that's what the mod is called.
Have you ever played Wizardry, Miller?
No.
Okay. This is basically Wizardry stat rolling stuff going on here. I noticed. Okay. But
All right.
it can be extremely random.
This is a 74-year-old woman. She's the mother of Game Cobra.
Oh.
She has a hecked up left shoulder and hand. She survived an apocalypse when she was a child, and then built furniture in her adulthood. She's a hard worker and a gourmand. Who would like to be our cook slash shooter, I guess?
Guess that'll be me.
What would your nickname be? Oh, I know exactly, because you're our cook. You're Snack Daddy.
Oh my god. 70-year-old female snack daddy.
And it is my mom. Yay.
The three of you awake in cryptid sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and rippling metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land in this unknown RimWorld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive.
Pop, pop, pop.
Alright, so we gotta survive. So, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna undisallow these things. I don't know why they start disallowed, but you kind of have to tell them that they're allowed to pick them up. And let's survey the map. What do we got here? Got some sparse little old ruins, little pieces of mountains, rock face around. Okay. Well, the easiest thing to do first is to just dig out your first home. This big one in the center looks convincing, but this part concerns me. There's things you can find that are like buried dangers. If you find something like this where it's a bunch of walls sort of inside of a mountain, there's a very good chance there's like some high level enemies inside here. And they're just waiting to get you. So instead, we might make use of these ruins over here. Rip apart these steels and sarcophagi, build some extra walls around, and call it our first home. Alright, let's see what everyone's good at. Salad Cat, all you're good at is melee, so you get a knife. You are incapable of violence, you don't get to have a weapon. And you are very good at shooting, so you get the bolt action.
Yeah.
So let's start with two things. We want a dumping pile for like stones and wood and that kind of stuff. And we want a normal stockpile for things like medicine, clothes, food. Alright. We need to change people's priorities.
There is a lot going on here.
Yeah. If you want me to slow down and explain anything, please. So, these are all the different things that your pawns can do. And they have a priority system where they'll go through this list and they'll look, okay, from left to right, let me look all the ones. Is there any that I can do? The only one I have is patient, which is they'll go to a medical bed if they have like a critical condition. That should come before anything else. Then it'll go through on the twos. Firefight. Is there a fire to put out? Bed rest. Do I have a non-critical medical condition that needs treating? And then they'll keep going to the right and they'll be like, oh, I need to construct and mine. And then they'll go back through again and they'll do other stuff like cleaning or hauling stuff.
How can you rearrange that on the left to right?
No, I can't do left to right. I have to just do the numbers. And the numbers can only go 1 to 4. Or you just leave it empty and they'll never do that thing.
Okay.
So for example, I don't really want you, Ray, to cook because a low-skill cook can make poisoned food.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. So I'm going to start by claiming all this stuff. Then we can disassemble it. Make some wooden walls. We don't have any wood right now, but we'll get some in a second here. Alright. Go ahead and resume time. So there's 3 different time controls here. There's pause, standard time, double time, triple time. What else do I need to do here? So let's chop some wood. Just all the trees around there.
What is that thing moving around to the left?
That is a mega sloth. A giant solitary herbivore with 2 giant claws for warding off threats. Long extinct after being wiped out by the natives of Earth's American continent, mega sloth was later brought back using advanced cloning and artificial gestators. Thick hide is exceptionally strong and insulating and makes it great leather for cold weather clothing. It's peaceful if left alone, but will shred anyone who disturbs it with its giant claws. There's also these guys. These are boomalopes.
This boxer says. So if someone gets food poisoned, leave it on Ray.
Sure. It'll say, well, it won't say who did it, but it'll say, oh, person got sick due to low-skilled cook. So the Boomalope was basically somebody was trying to solve an energy crisis on their planet and genetically engineered these weird things that basically grow gasoline on cysts in their body.
Huh.
If you kill them, they explode. But if you tame them, you can milk them for gasoline, basically.
Gas cows. Okay.
You have normal things like rats and ibexes. Muffalos are a sort of genetic thing. They're a genetic take on buffaloes. Nobody's quite sure why they're blue. It might even be some early genetic modification tests that just never got changed. Basically, somebody turned them blue and never bothered to turn them back.
Well, why would you?
I don't know. They got a warg. Wargs are cool. They're super dangerous. But they're also very powerful if you can tame them. They're very capable pets. Heavily muscled wolf-like creature with vicious, unnatural claws and absurdly powerful bite. They will eat only meat or corpses. If disturbed in the wild, they are very likely to attack. Wargs are the descendants of weaponized military animals created for population suppression. The superstitious see them as tools of an angry god. Cool stuff.
The more I
can see why walls are important.
Yes. Yeah, to say nothing of the other humans on this planet that would like your resources. So, I am basically on this hex right here is where my entire colony is going to be. And I have this entire planet that I could explore. I can send out caravans and they'll kind of go across on this map over several days and they'll reach another settlement where I can trade with them or have peace talks with them or attack them. All kinds of things.
Did you
Is
ever...
that water to your right?
Yep, it's just a little lake.
Okay.
I doubt this is a goal in the game. Could you theoretically take over the whole planet?
You could destroy the whole planet, yes. You can't capture anything. You are stuck on this tile. You can't have multiple tiles in, like, your empire or something.
I actually like that. That's a cool idea. But yeah, the more I see this, the more it reminds me of Sims, but...
oh, we have a dog with us.
Oh. Sphinx. Okay. Female.
Its master is Ray. Ray, what do you want to name your dog?
I don't know. If it was Rick's, I'd say F.
Alright.
Sure, why not?
Sure. Alright, so other things we can do is we can mine. This is some compacted machinery right here.
Oh, I'm doing my favorite thing already.
Yep.
Chopping down trees.
Chopping down trees, mining up stuff. This game definitely does not take itself too seriously because what you mine up is not iron, it's steel. And the game is just like, how is there steel in the ground? And it's just like, don't think about it.
So now, when you're clicking on stuff like that, you're not really doing anything yourself.
No, as it says there on the left, designate areas of rock to be mined out. So once somebody has a mining thing that they have a priority for, they will go do that. So currently GC is going to keep going through this list. He's going to see construction tasks. He's going to do all those first. When there's no more construction tasks, he'll look to the next two, and it's going to be mine. So right now you can see what he's doing here. He's currently building a roof. He's going to go over here and he's going to build some roofs. Actually, we're going to keep that wall because I think I need that to support the roof. You can't have roofs overhang too far or else they'll collapse. You can also pick some berries. And we're going to need some beds before the first night. So we can go ahead and just set up some beds here. We're going to tell him to prioritize moving this thing. So you build a third bed.
Ah, good old tiny progress bars.
Yep. You don't see them if you zoom out, but if you're like close, close enough on someone to see what they're doing, you see like more special effects and more progress bars.
Do people like skill up as they do things?
Yes. So you can see as he's working on this stuff, you can see he's getting plant experience from chopping down this tree. Where he's getting construction experience for building stuff. Yeah. I think once they hit, it's like... Oh yeah, you can see here his progress is slowly going down on mining. When you get to higher levels of skills, your XP starts going down naturally over time. Oh, I also forgot I need to schedule things. So your pawns will kind of just do whatever they feel like doing if you just leave them on certain schedules. So what you can do is you can schedule certain times of the day for them to either be sleeping, to sort of do whatever they want, or for them to only be working.
Oh no, do they have happiness?
Oh yes. They have mood.
No.
So
that's the worst thing for management.
so
Happiness is a factor.
Yeah, so I actually need to change Salad Cat to accommodate for his night owl thing. I need to make sure that he's scheduled to sleep during the day and be up during the night. So I need to make him sleep from 11 hours to 18 hours. Because otherwise he'll be upset.
It's bad enough I gotta keep him fed and sheltered and sleep. Recreation, meditation. Wow.
Yeah, you can make them meditate. That's the thing they added in the royalty. The DLC before the one that just came out, they added meditation. Meditation in this game is linked to your psychic powers. Because your characters can get psychic powers in one of two ways. Either they can do it through tribalism, where they pray at these, like, anima trees, which are a rare tree with warm, skin-smooth bark and long, iridescent leaves. Infused bioluminescent microorganisms, anima trees develop a unique form of psychic symbiosis with surrounding life forms, allowing them to grow in a wide variety of biomes. If a person meditates near an anima tree, it will grow anima grass around its base. Once enough grass is grown, it becomes possible to carry out a psychic linking ritual and upgrade a person's psychic powers. So either you pray at these psychic trees, you meditate at them enough to grow grass, and then use the grass to get psychic powers, or you go and you level up with the Empire. The Empire is a sort of sci-fi medieval organization where they have dukes and lords and kings and emperors, and you can earn different ranks with them and get favor with them. As you earn rank ups, you can do a ceremony with them which will increase your psychic powers. But you will need basically you need somebody in your colony to be like your lord, and they will have higher and higher requirements for like the kind of things they need that the simple folk don't have.
It looks like GC is sleeping.
Yeah.
On the ground? Outside?
Yeah, because he decided he didn't want to build the beds.
Hey, I can do it.
I can tell him he has to build a bed, though.
No, I'm gonna sleep on the ground like a Canadian.
Yeah, so slept outside, slept on ground. Those were both making him upset. Ate without tables, slept in the heat, uncomfortable, disturbed his sleep.
That doesn't sound like me.
These are all things that are giving him mood negatives. But very low expectations and initial optimism are sort of there to get you started in the game. So you
That's a burning passion for my work.
Which one? Yeah, because he has a burning passion for construction, right?
Oh, that's what that is.
That's what these things are.
I thought that just meant that they were like faster skill ups or something.
Well, yeah, so it means you learn at 150% speed. If you don't have that, you learn at 35% speed. So if you make sure that people are sort of focused on these things they're good at, in fact, I probably need to make sure you get into art, because you can see here there's a little symbol for it there as well.
Why is Roo's research red?
Which one? Oh, because it's saying that their warning, the average of relevant skills is very low. Basically, I need to have somebody do research, and it's saying, hey, if Roo does this and it's gonna be incredibly slow, and they're not gonna learn it very quickly, and it's just gonna be bad all around. But I don't really have another option because everybody has bad research skills.
So, getting crash landing, making a shelter, getting some materials to make the shelter nicer, gathering food. After you've done that initial like setup, is there a pressing need to continue progression at a certain rate? Like, will you start getting attacked by people at some point here?
Yes. You will start getting attacked, and you will start also having quests that sort of show up. If you've played RimWorld, they kind of come off like that, where they're just like, hey, this thing is happening. Can you help? Yes, no. Maybe you have some third option of just like, oh, I have this special thing. So right now I'm setting up some growing zones so I can start to get some food being grown. So we're going to grow some potatoes and some rice because those both grow really fast. Next thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need some food. So we can get a fueled stove. Yeah. Get a butcher table. And what else we want to start with? Stone cutters? Nah. Yeah, sure. We'll start getting stone cutters.
Yeah, I can see how this might be tricky to get multiplayer going with the whole being able to pause and whatnot.
Yes. Pausing is a little weird in multiplayer. I'm going to build a separating wall here in the middle because I want to separate this into a bedroom and this into like a workshop.
So that when people are sleeping, they aren't disturbed by the noise.
Yeah, because you see there's
That
barracks
actually...
and people will be sort of, you know, they'll want certain things from their barracks or their workshops. They'll be like, oh, my barracks is so dirty and my bedroom is so, like, you know, not beautiful. Right? There you go. Awful barrack.
Oh. Did I just build a sink or a
You need to designate someone for sweeping duty.
Yeah, that would be cleaning.
Ah.
I don't usually worry about it too much at this point because it's not a big deal. And you don't have enough people to really make it a priority for anyone, right? Everyone's got to be focused on survivability tasks. This is a stonecutter's table. It just allows us to take these chunks of like granite and sandstone and stuff and turn them into bricks. It's like we have these limestone bricks or these granite bricks.
So how do you get other people? Can you get other people?
Yes. Sandstone granite. Do until you have. We're going to go 250 on each. Alright, so I'm setting up some tasks here. So if somebody ever has the craft job that they come across and be like, oh, I want to do some crafting. Is it crafting or is it smithing? Stone cutting. Yeah, so it's crafting. So if somebody comes across crafting, they're going to look at all the locations that crafting can be done, and they're going to look at the bills, and they're going to try to satisfy these bills from top to bottom. So right now I'm going to say, hey, I want you to make some granite blocks until we have 250. Once that's done, then you can move on to sandstone blocks. Once that both of those are done, you can go do whatever other task you want to do. I'll Also get some wood floors. Just make things a little nicer, a little cleaner. So we're not just walking around on bare dirt. And yeah. Now we just kind of chill for a minute. We can start setting up some more stuff, but I want to make sure we don't overextend. The only next thing I can think to do is probably to start setting up people to have their own bedrooms. People do not like sleeping in a barracks in this game. Everybody wants their own bedroom.
What about Apollo? What are his tasks?
Oh, so Apollo has different levels of training. So he can do guard, attack, rescue, haul. So guard means that the person he's assigned to, which in this case is Deer, he will go with them whenever they become drafted, which is kind of when you go into combat mode. Attack means that Ray or Deer can stand back, do some attacking, and he will command the Labrador to command Apollo to go out and attack people. Rescue means that Apollo will rescue people if they get down and bring them back to a hospital. And haul means that he'll do some chores around by just moving stuff to the stockpile zones where they need to go.
Would we be worried about that vent?
This thing?
Yes.
Nope, it's just a steam geyser. It doesn't do anything right now, but we can eventually get a steam generator that we put over this, and it gives us some free electricity. In fact, we could probably start with some electricity here. Just set up some windmills. I need to figure out where I want to start putting buildings and stuff. I can start building up really fast by making wooden buildings with wooden floors and stuff. It'll be cheap and easy to set up. But the problem is those buildings burn down very easily, as you might imagine.
Are there like lightning storms and stuff?
Yes. So add some bills here, bunch of creatures forever. So if we ever have a creature carcass, we're just going to immediately cut it up for meat. Alright, we've got some granite blocks, so maybe I should start making some granite buildings.
I'll get organized there to listen to your commands. That's cool.
I was just thinking that this system is basically the same thing as in Oxygen Not Included, but I'm assuming Oxygen Not Included took it from RimWorld.
Yep. Uh-oh. Snack Daddy's on a binge. Alright, so hold on, I need 9. Try to do math in my head for how big I need this. I need 2 sets of 7x7 rooms and a 3-wide hallway. So that means I need 2 things of 9x9 plus 3. So that's 21? Yes. Okay. So Snack Daddy's on a food binge. Because it happened because of Trait Gourmand. So Snack Daddy's not going to do any work for a bit. Instead, he's just going to be picking out, or he's just going to go around and just keep eating stuff. So he's eating all of our packaged survival meals that were in the escape pods.
Wow. Who knew?
What a jerk. What a jerk! Wait, did a dog just take it from him?
After its food.
Alright. 9, 9, 9, 9, and a 3 long hallway in the middle. Perfect.
Make sure not to build around the Mega Sloth.
The Mega Sloth's fine. The Mega Sloth won't care if we build near it. Like I said earlier.
Around it.
Oh, it'll find its way out. If not, it'll starve to death. Or it'll... Actually, there are ways that you can get it trapped in a room and then build a door behind it, and then it can't get out. Eventually, it will be hungry enough that it will just smash through doors or walls. We've got a visitor. A cave builder from the Grey Plain Union is visiting. His name is Hedgehog Ciolini. He has some items to trade. And we have an ancient danger. As he draws near the ancient wall, his sense of foreboding overcomes her. She isn't quite sure why, but she feels that this dusty structure may contain danger. Yeah, so like I said, these ones that are inside of a mountain are dangerous. Basically, as soon as you sort of break the fog of war and see inside them, everything inside is going to start attacking you.
Yay.
Scary. Alright, who do we have that's good on socializing? GC is. Alright, so he's going to trade. What's this guy got? He's got some pemmican, he's got some herbal medicine, some smoke leaf joints, a spear, and a button-down shirt.
The only good socialize I do is I'm nice. Yay.
I will definitely buy the medicine from him. And
Oh, that's cool.
maybe the shirt? Probably not. Yeah, we'll just buy the medicine. So this herbal medicine you get from these things called heal roots. If you get a certain research, you can cultivate them yourself in like farmland. But for now, all we can do is sort of try to find them out in the wild and pick them. They're the lowest tier of medicine. The middle tier of medicine you can craft using herbal medicine. The highest tier of medicine you cannot craft. You can only find it or buy it.
What are you making these walls out of?
These are being made out of granite. Because you want to make them a little bit more resilient to fire. The workshops and stuff I don't care as much about, but bedrooms and like living spaces, and especially something like a hospital, I want to make sure they're resistant to sort of that kind of stuff.
This sloth is DB.
Put some doors here and here. Some mining on these random things. Alright, we need some meat to go with these potatoes and rice that we're going to be making, so let's set some alpacas and ibexes to be hunted. Oh, a local rat has gone mad. It will attack everyone it sees.
Oh no.
Alright, so now I have
Just don't get seen by it.
I have now enlisted Snack Daddy to come help us. Should probably get Salad Cat out here as well. Manhunters, because that's kind of what it's going to say, right? Maddened Manhunter. Manhunters can be dangerous, even if it's like bunnies or something. If it's like 20 bunnies versus 3 of your colonists, the bunnies could win. Alright, of course we just started the game, so it's going to be a small group of a very weak enemy. There you go. 1 hit. Oh. Snackman's going to start hunting. Shot off her hoof, but didn't do much else. Come on.
Can you direct to hunt better, or?
Nope. No, it's just based on the shooting skill. And what kind of weapon they're using. Because if they're using like a sniper rifle or something, it's going to be better, of course. But he's just using a bolt action. Which is still better than using something like an Uzi. Because you can use, like, very high rate of fire machine guns to hunt. Which is very silly to watch. And will end up resulting in the animals attacking you far more often. If you use a much slower rate of fire weapon, they're less likely to attack back.
Like you're not being very efficient using like 30 bullets to kill a single deer.
No. Oh, there's a dead raccoon here.
I just like the idea that the animals are like, hey, can you just kill us more humanly, please, and thank you?
Alright, so another thing we gotta be worried about is because all this stuff is sitting outside, it is deteriorating. So every single item's got these little health bars. Some stuff like the steel doesn't really care about being outside. Stone as well doesn't really care about being outside. But a lot of these, like especially the foods and meals and medicines and stuff, will degrade. So there's 2 things I can do. The easiest one is to just give it a roof. So we can just
say build containers, but
yes, we can build containers as well. Building a roof requires me to build 2 things and then I'm done. But yes, the next step would be to build like where is it? These shelves, and just build like tons of these shelves for all the items. Even if they're outside, as long as they're in a shelf, they don't degrade. The only other thing other than that would be the foods. You want to be able to refrigerate them. That... Let's see, it's right? Yeah. Refrigerating foods basically requires you to set up an entire room to act as a refrigerator. What you can do is... Yeah, we can do this because we have these. We can make coolers. These coolers can operate as just a normal like AC unit to help your people cool down. But they can also make a room sit at like -5 degrees. And so you can store stuff in there, freeze it, and it'll stay indefinitely. So what we want to do is we want to probably move some of this stuff around. Make a door here, so when we cut up meat, we can put it in here. When we make meals, we can go in here. And then we just make a door here. So we can go in and out from the fields easily. Put some extra doors there as well.
that's a lot.
Yeah. The animals will start to hang around your farmlands because they will just start eating your plants.
I was gonna ask, like, do we need to start building fences here?
Probably. I'm gonna make a fence. make 2 more pieces. This one is going to be cotton. And this one is going to be strawberries or smoke leaves. Let's do smoke leaves.
Oh, cotton. So you for making clothing and stuff.
Yes, cotton we're gonna make on clothing. Smoke leaf we're gonna make those good joints. There's 3 different narcotics you can grow.
I was wondering what recreation meant.
Yeah, you can grow hops, which allows you to make wort, which allows you to make beer. You can grow smoke leaf, which allows you to make marijuana, basically. Marijuana joints. And psychoids, which is basically the cocaine plant, you can make into 3 different things. You can make it into a tea that's got a little bit of a psychotic effect, but it's actually kind of calm. And it's sort of like traditional, like Native American teas ceremony stuff. You can make it into what's called flake, which is like a low quality narcotic drug, or you can make it into yayo, which is like a high quality cocaine, basically. Now the reason we do that is because that stuff makes money. That stuff is very expensive, and there is a lot of people who will buy it from you. Because we are in the middle of a lawless wasteland. Nobody cares.
I was gonna say, you've crash landed on a savage alien planet. So what is the most sensible thing to do?
Cash crops.
Start a cocaine plantation.
Alright, JC, I need you to deconstruct this
Okay.
so I can put this thing together correctly.
Googling RimWorld cocaine, top Reddit thing. Should I give all my colonists cocaine? I'm new to the game and recently discovered yayo, cocaine, and I really don't see much of a downside. I love the mood boost, and the increased movement is very helpful. More experienced players, are there any downsides? Top reply, only addictions and chemical damage to organs.
Mm-hmm. Yep, if you make a bunch of beer,
The response to that, so if I just farm organs off of prisoners, I'll be good.
Yes, this game can be incredibly cruel with its sense of morality.
Oh my god.
Alright, since it looks like you'll be here for a while, Salcat thinks you should give their faction a name. What should our faction be called? Roo Crew. What should this colony be called? What's the name of this settlement?
The pouch.
Alright. I like it. We're sleeping in the pouch.
And in the arrow.
So make a gate here. Fences here. Another gate here. Another gate here. Alright. I should keep animals off of our crops. Alright. We're getting some meals made.
Yes, checks the boxer. Coca-Cola originally had cocaine in it.
Yes, it had 2 ingredients in it. 2 main ingredients. Coca leaf and cola nut, which is, of course, where the name Coca-Cola comes from. Coca leaf by itself is not that much of a thing. It basically does as much for you as caffeine does. It's just when you get it really, 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 really refined into cocaine is when it kind of makes a person go batty. No offense, Stoker.
By the way, Stoker, if you have come back, you are still muted. You might still be going.
Yeah.
So, Coca-Cola still flavors Coke with coca leaves.
Cocoa or coca?
Coca.
Huh. It might be
They
a
just
different.
extract all the cocaine from it.
Yeah,
so
of course.
There's no cocaine left in it. There's just whatever flavor coca leaves are.
Wait, so you're telling me they just have like mounds of cocaine sitting at the processing facilities, and they're just like, well, what do we do with this?
I mean, basically, I think they have it all extracted before it's delivered to New York.
Okay.
Are you saying a Coca-Cola addict? Ah!
Okay, so if we want to get this cooler here, we need some energy for it, so we're going to build a wind turbine. And a wind turbine does not work if you have trees in its path, so... Uh-oh.
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 Raid the alligator men? Okay.
Raid the alligator men. A group of pirates from the alligator men have arrived nearby. They will prepare for a while, then attack. Prepare a defense, or attack them preemptively. Okay.
Priscilla!
They sent one 51-year-old woman who's armed with just a shitty knife.
Well, shoot her. I'm guessing we can't, like, recruit her or anything.
Well, we'll see. It depends how the fight goes down. So what you can do is...
Why are you sending me over there?
I'm not sending you over there. You were picking up an ibex carcass to bring back.
Why were you directing me to pick up an ibex?
I'm not directing anything. I haven't enlisted you. You'll know I've enlisted you because your name will be underlined like that. If the name isn't underlined, that it's just the AI doing its thing. It's fine. If you were near her, your character would just start fleeing because you're incapable of violence and you would just run away.
Who are you in this whole scenario, by the way?
I am God. I mean, basically. There's not really a sort of, like... I hate to use this word in this context, in this kind of group, but there's no anthropomorphization of you as a player.
What could have been even just, like, your little CPU manager system thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like Siri or what's her face from the game with the portals.
GLaDOS.
The game with the portal.
What was that game with the portals and the hippos and the shippers and the whipstappers?
And its sequel, you know, the one where there were the two portals?
Alright. Oh, there she is. She gave me the slip.
Oh, you're talking about Al and what's his name? Is Al?
It was Atlas and Peabody.
Yeah.
Run,
Why
dear,
is she
run!
coming to me?
You're gonna lead her back over.
I am the distraction up here.
You're just gonna run
Apollo,
straight to
guard
snack.
me.
Animals, melee attack. Yeah, go get him, Apollo. Okay. So... she's down. South Cat is
Finish her,
injured.
Apollo.
I could.
No mercy.
I could melee her to death. But let's look at her real quick. She's a very good combatant. She's very sociable. Very autistic.
Shockingly good at melee for having such a terrible weapon.
Yeah. She's incapable. She was a pop idol. Grew up on a glitter world, training in rapier arts and singing. She spent several years as an energetic teen pop idol. However, she decided that the music and modeling industries were not paying her enough attention, so she left. She and her fans set out as a space pirate crew. She raided corporations for money and staged performances to spread her name. She became afraid of fire when a rival burned her stage down. She relied on her fans to do the work she found unappealing. Well,
She's a space pirate pop diva.
have you ever seen somebody stand so hard that they'll join your pirate crew?
That sounds like an anime.
I've
that
heard of a
needs
lot
to
of
happen.
stands that I would believe that for.
So what we can do is another thing is we could capture her. The problem is we don't have any prisoner cell to put her in. Basically, we need a confined bedroom that has a single bed that is dedicated for prisoners. And over time, we would have somebody go into there, give her meals, and basically talk to her and whittle down her willpower until she decided to join us.
That sounds like a lot more work than right-click kill.
It is. Also, I don't like that she, A, can't firefight, doesn't care, and can't do dumb labor. She's very good at the things she does.
Incapable of caring.
Capable of caring. Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't
That's
sound worth it.
amazing.
So, I think we're just going to kill her. The biggest thing you have to watch out for before you recruit someone is if they're a pyromaniac. That is literally the worst thing you could get, because they will just set random buildings on fire, and they can destroy huge swaths of your buildings, especially in the early part, where you basically only have fire or wood to build with. Alright, but now everyone's going to be upset because there's a human body just around, and they're going to be like, ew. So, we got to build some graves to go stick them in. Later on, we will get a crematorium, and we can just burn the bodies.
Make sure to loot the body first.
They thought of that. You can't do that. If you loot the body on it, it will be tainted, as you see this little T. Tainted for being worn by a corpse. People hate wearing tainted gear.
Well, can't you, like, deconstruct it or something?
No. You can burn it. That's about it.
No. Alright, I guess we can bury them not nude.
Yeah. A caravan from
Oh,
Northeastern
caravan.
Route is approaching. They are a combat supplier. They will hang around for some time before leaving. You could attack them, but they'll get upset. They have a relationship with one of our colonists. Kazumi is the lover of Salad Cat. How's Salad Cat doing? Oh, we never treated their wounds.
Oh.
Oops. Okay. Only minor blood loss. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, who do we have that's good at socializing again? That is Salad Cat. Hopefully you're good by morning. So you could try to attack them and steal what they have, but as you can see, there's like 10 of them, and they have fairly decent weapons. Pump shotgun, machine pistol, heavy SMG. Yeah. It would be a not great idea to attack them. I don't think you're going to heal in time, so let's talk to them while you're injured. Get a little pop-up. Oh no, we didn't. Usually we get a pop-up that says this person is getting worse deals because they can't talk very well while they're injured. Alright, we can sell a shitty knife. We can sell a revolver because we don't have anybody who can use it. Steel axe. Does this help you with growing plants? No. So we got shield belt, which is like a personal force field. Because this game actually kind of likes it, or kind of railroads you into two things. You have ranged characters and you have melee characters. You can have characters that just go around with shields and like jump packs and swords. It's kind of sick. Is cannibalism not an option here? Just Boxer, it can be. Your people will be upset for eating human meat unless they are already a cannibal or unless they have a particular trait that's like psychopath or something. You will have people come to you who are cannibals, and they will have a mood debuff if they don't eat humans like once a week or something. So you either have to just like deal with that or find a way to feed them without getting that meat sort of mixed up with anybody else. Alright. I guess the next thing we can do is we can start setting up some recreation stuff. So people don't just have clouds to stare at for recreation and that's it. Build a chess table. Get some stools for that. So we're going to do this until we have 160 feet. Sounds good. So yeah, we could butcher human likes, or we could butcher animals. And we can basically set that up on each animal of just like, do we want to or do we want to not?
I like how they have buffalo that have like travel packs and stuff on them.
Yep. You can tame almost any animal in this game, and I think any of the bigger ones, they'll have that
Wool
kind of
growth percentage. You're telling me you can tame buffalo and then keep them around to shear them for wool?
Yep. Only once they're tamed, though. You see, these ones don't have it because they're wild. They just shed naturally. We could try to tame them. Where are they? Ooh, they will not get violent if you try to tame them. But I don't have anybody who is good enough. You know, level 5 in animals.
How do you raise animals?
You handle other animals. So, for example, right there, where you trained Hall Chance, you probably got some experience from that. So basically, every time you interact with Apollo and you try to train him on hauling or guarding or rescuing or whatever, you're going to get a little bit of animal experience. We could also just farm animal experience by trying to tame like other animals, like a turkey. Alright, you almost done sleeping? Goodness
There we
gracious,
go.
I've never seen a lazier cat.
There's the management question.
What?
Have you done enough sleeping yet?
Yeah! I'm actually going to turn off sowing on these smoke leaves because I think it actually might be a little too early to be growing these. I really need a crop of herbal medicines first.
Yeah, when you mentioned that, I'm like, maybe there's some other things we could be growing that's more pertinent, but...
But it's fun to just be like, and we're growing weed. We've got horseshoes and marijuana. All right. What else can we do now? Set up a hand tailor spot. Set up some paved tiles around these so colonists move faster on them instead of just walking on the dirt. Yeah, and there we go. The meat's starting to rot. You see the meat rots very quickly. It only takes a day before it goes bad.
It was the only way to preserve the meat, like freezing it.
Yes, either freezing it or making it into something that doesn't rot. So one of the things we saw earlier from that... Yeah, so there's a thing called pemmican, which is a actual type of food from Earth. I think it is a Native American thing. But yeah, it's basically like a foodstuffs that is super dried out and made to be preserved for like a year or two. It's not just meat though, it's like meat and grains and stuff, but it's just all of the moisture has been removed from it. Oh, got a quest. New quest has become available. It's called the Solitary Countess. Joanina Ragadi, Countess of the Empire, is calling from nearby. Her guards were killed in ambush. She escaped and now is being followed by a man-hunting cat. Keep her safe at the patch for a few hours until her shuttle can come pick her up. She'll bestow honor on whoever rescues her. Alright. So Ragabia has joined us. Just for a moment, though. So you can see she has this stuff called Psi Focus. So she's part of the Empire, which means she has psychic abilities. Alright, here is our man-hunting cat.
I thought that meant like a tiger. It's just a cat.
It's just a cat.
It's not even like a bobcat or a lynx or something.
Nope, it's just a cat. It did.
We have protected you, princess,
Her,
countess.
her guards died for this. All right.
Clearly, it was a Vorpal Bunny kind of situation.
I guess.
Got the jump on him.
Now we can send her back on her shuttle. And there we go. Tyr has received the title of Freeholder from the Empire.
Yay!
Yay! Which means now we can do a ceremony to gain the Yeoman title. So, Store will arrive by shuttle and perform the ceremony. We'll only give the title if the throne room requirements are satisfied. So,
Look at that.
does not look like we need anything for this first one. So we're just going to accept this, and here they are.
Oh shoot! Did we kill a cat?
Yeah. Yes, we killed the cat.
Ah. Oh.
Select Encenatus and click Start Ceremony.
Was that a plane?
Room Impressiveness.
So, how many I say people can be in the same map together, like in their colony?
I think it's technically unlimited. Because you can definitely get at times where your colony has like 15 to 20 people in it, and you get raiding groups of like 50 or 60 soldiers sent at your base at once.
Oh dear.
That's definitely the upper end, I would say. I don't think I've ever seen a game that has more than 100 people in a map at once.
Yeah.
But I think it is theoretically limitless.
So were you saying earlier that like this is the only square that you can actually look at?
Yeah,
Or hex?
so this is the only one that you can build on, basically. You can, if you go to other places and you go to like attack a settlement or something, you can destroy the settlement and you can steal stuff from there and leave. But as soon as you walk off of that tile and you go back into the world map to like travel from one hex to the other or whatever, it'll get reset or deleted or whatever. This is the only thing that it keeps sort of in permanent memory.
What happens
Hey.
if you fill the entire thing with base?
Congratulations? Question mark?
I mean, like, if you build walls around the entire edge of the map, can enemies even attack you at that point?
Yes, because they will break through your walls or dig under your walls, or they'll just shell you with mortars until you give up.
Even
If
though
you-
they're not on your screen.
They will be on your screen, but they will be out here at like the edge of the map. So you cannot build at the very edge of the map.
Okay, that's what I was...
You can only start building, what is that, 11 tiles in.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking all the way at the edge. I'm like, how would they even come on screen? That you have walls.
Well, they also have drop pods. So another way they can attack you is instead of just walking in from the edge, they can literally launch suborbital, like, single-person rockets at you, and they'll just land, like, right next to your workers and immediately start killing you from the inside. Those can be from anywhere on the globe. They can attack you that way from. But you can also do the same. If you've got several soldiers set up, you can build those orbital launchers. You can send your soldiers basically anywhere on the planet in a second. and have them attack a base or intercept a caravan or something. They're very effective for if you have a caravan that gets ambushed and you just immediately shock trooper drop bleh, people onto your enemies.
So 3 times fast.
Alright, I don't have a throne room for this, so we're just gonna try this.
I give you a D for effort.
Not even a D, it's a 20%. Oh, there we go. Terrible bestowing. That sucked. Deer received no extra honor since there weren't many spectators. But we got the yeoman thing. So now Deer can start learning psychic abilities.
Yay.
Bye-bye. Alright. So now we got some power. So yeah, we could turn this thing on, but the problem is it wouldn't really
The
do
walls.
much. Yeah, it wouldn't do much right now because the wall's not built.
Someone is not quite keeping up on the job there.
Yeah, I wonder who that is. Oh, I should probably also give them a table. They get very upset if they don't eat at a table for some reason.
All these demands.
So we'll give them a table they can eat at.
Yeah, this day and age, you're just happy enough to get some food.
Yeah.
RimWorld, streaming our deaths.
Mm-hmm. RimWorld is... So it's a game you can technically win. The goal of this game is to build a spaceship or get in a spaceship and escape off the planet. Rick, you'll like this about this sci-fi universe is they have not broken FTL. It takes I'm trying to think if they can't break FTL at all, or if it's just like they can reach like 1.5 times. I think they can't break FTL, so it still takes them like weeks to go, even from two very close systems. But most trips take months to years. Usually most people, while they can go planet to planet pretty easily, going star system to star system is like a once-in-a-lifetime trip. So that's why you have a bunch of these planets that are populated, and yet they seem to be completely cut off from everything else. The only sort of like very weird sci-fi thing they have in this game is it's called Architects. And basically it's anytime the technological singularity has been achieved by some civilization where they've developed a computer that can increase its own capabilities faster than any human can comprehend it. So it just gets to a point that usually humans flee, or maybe they get eradicated. Something happens, the world becomes devoid of humans, and the planet sort of turns into a giant computer. Controlled by like a singular AI. Some of these AIs are generous and they try to like share their knowledge and gifts. Some of them are very secretive and they kind of just calculate something until the end of the universe. And some of them are sometimes malicious. They're the ones that do a lot of stuff where it's like kind of they seemingly break the rules of physics. Or at least they've figured out how to. They won't share it with anyone else.
No, Mother Maria, I will not fail you.
Alright, so I think the next thing we need to do is we need to probably get one of these rooms set up to be a prison. Because we kind of want to start recruiting people.
Ah, yes. Here we are, now, putting people in jail in a camp.
It's a simple bed. A simple bed is 0.7 comfort. What's a wooden bed? 0.75 comfort. Okay. Very slightly more comfortable. So we can give this a dresser, an end table, a table, and a little stool to sit on.
So I know, I forgot to mention this, but I noticed that the characters have age. They can die of old age, I assume.
Somewhat, yes. I don't know if they just straight up die. Salka has gotten food poisoning from a simple meal. Reason, dirty cooking area.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because one of the things is we don't want to have where we cook our food right next to the butcher table, because then we'll just have like raw blood in it. But we don't really have enough space or enough time to sort of make a separate kitchen space right now. So this is going to be a sort of regularity, as if somebody's just getting sick from things.
What does mood affect?
What does mood affect?
Yeah.
So if they get below, there's these three things: minor break threshold, major break threshold, and an extreme break threshold. If they reach below one of those things, there's a chance that at some random point they will have a break event. So, for example, and it kind of depends on sort of what their aspects are, right? So, I don't know what salad cats would be. But you have someone like Snack Daddy, because he's a gourmand, he would probably just start eating a bunch of food to make himself happy again.
So trigger happy cat.
Reindeer Fox has an annoying voice, so maybe they'll start just shouting obscenities at everyone around them and making other people upset. Or maybe they'll just, if they're a little bit older, they might just start wandering, like they have dementia and they just like they have no sense of self for a couple hours. They don't do anything productive. They just kind of like, don't do anything. They could start a social fight where they just fight with somebody because they're like, I don't like you anymore, or I can't stand you anymore. So they'll just start fist fighting with somebody. Both of them will get injured. So that's something you gotta deal with. But yeah. I don't know what an extreme break would be. I don't know if there's one for like they just start shooting up everything.
How long is the average game of this?
As long as you want to go. I mean, to win, probably 60 hours. It can go for a while.
Yeah, it looks like there's tech. It can go on forever. It looks like.
Yeah, you could also just not get in a spaceship and just go on forever.
Sweet. I'll build an immortal base. Until finally they raid us. Haha. Yeah.
Alright, there we go. Now let's start putting food and stuff in the fridge. Which you can see down here, this shows the temperature of wherever my mouse is hovering. So currently it's 31 degrees outside. That's very hot. But it is 5 degrees inside. Not quite freezing. Probably need another one of these to get that. So here's something we can do is we could set up bills for our tailor bench. What we want to do is we want to basically make sure we have one. We have some summer clothes and some winter clothes at any time. So we're going to give people pants. Unfortunately, they want pants. You can't have people who have a quality where they're a nudist and they'll be upset if they wear clothes. But then everyone around them will probably be upset that they are forced to watch. Okay. So we want to make sure all of these are at least 51, at least normal quality.
If we had that mod where we could choose what stats and traits people get.
Yeah.
That going to a Roo.
Oh yeah, we would definitely make whatever character we make. Because at that point we just make a character, right? We want to make a very, very artistic person who is a nudist. Okay. So now, if we have someone on crafting, they will make some clothes until we have one of everything.
Transhumanist too.
Oh, transhumanist, yeah. Well,
Roo
I don't-
Roo.
yeah. Would that be a character you would have, Rick? Is that they want to be a cyborg?
I mean, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you can have people who are transhumanists and they super want to have robot parts installed in them, or you can have people that are body purists and they would be very upset if they get even just like a plastic or wooden prosthetic. All right. There we go. And it ran out of power. Just gonna put that in the middle of the room. Didn't exactly plan this out very well.
So are those plants not done yet? Or...
No, they'll whoever is on grow will harvest them automatically once they're done. So like these potatoes are 89% grown. Yeah.
Right. I didn't know what their like ending look would be like.
I don't think the potatoes look too much different.
Did we tame that raccoon?
Nope.
So we just have. Can I tame it?
Would you? Okay.
Tame the raccoon.
Oh no, Alligator Man, they're attacking immediately. They sent another 51-year-old lady with a terrible knife. Ah, here's the trick though. You, dear, refuse to do violence, so you won't pick up a weapon and fight. However, your psychic abilities don't count as violence. Ha 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 ha. That's why we made you the psychic, so you would actually do
So-
something.
So there are 3 types of combatants. We have
Melee's.
the melee, the range, and the caster.
Yeah. Yeah, we got like one of each.
Let's see what these two.
Oh, that's. That seems quite effective.
just stud them.
Rick's like, I got a gun.
Social, artistic, melee, undergrounder, misandrist. Incapable of skilled labor, or hauling, or intellectual, or crafting. God, this guy sucks. I mean, I guess she could be a dedicated cleaner. Yeah, you know what? Sure, let's try.
I don't know about this. That seems like a pretty. All of those things that she can't be sounds like kind of important things, and all the things that were her traits seem terrible.
The only
Look,
thing she seems
look.
to be able to do is
Look, if she dies of an infection, it's not my fault.
I was gonna say, let's watch Rick dump a whole body in a hole.
Alright, who's our warden? Cellcat. Who's our doctor? Steer. Alright. Heal her up, get her stabilized. She actually got her left kidney destroyed. Oh! We shot through her kidney.
Oh no.
Oh man,
Ooh, Deer's meditating.
I will say this though, I like the fact that they nailed down all of the detailed body anatomy in a game like this.
Oh yeah, the detail on the bodies is actually very impressive.
It reminds me so much back in Ultima Online where you could, like when you were fighting, it would even tell you what part of the body you hit. Even though it's a role-playing game, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, it's great. You can have like different parts get hit by different things and they'll affect their health differently. So like you have consciousness, moving, manipulation, all these different things like sort of affect how we do it. Like her blood filtration is at 50% now because she's missing a kidney. So her blood filtration is at half capacity, which means she's much more susceptible to diseases and such and infections. Yeah. Her eating, all of this stuff is affected by the fact that she's just unconscious from huge amounts of pain from being shot several times. You know, as you do.
Makes sense.
I don't think I would get shot through the kidney and still be standing either. Ugh. Can we not have sick in the kitchen? Or the fridge? Oh, where'd that raccoon go? It's gone.
Oh well.
Your animals has still not leveled up, so we still can't get the muffalo.
We probably want to make a spot for him too.
A spot for a muffalo?
So they don't like go wandering about. So that
It's funny you say that because they literally just added that. It used to be it used to be before they would just stay near your like housing area, but now there's a whole like pen system that they added in this update where you have to make pens and you can assign different animals to different pens.
Oh, I just meant like build a fence. Just
Now, so you can build a fence area and then make a pen, and you can use that to set things like, oh, I have male and female chickens in this coop, but I don't want to have more than like 6 hens and 2 roosters, or else they'll overpopulate and the entire coop will die out. Anyway, Carlota's got some minor heat stroke because it is 40 degrees outside. Ooh, Link self-tamed. Okay. We have a male lynx. It can't be trained to do anything. What's its name? Chat, you could also contribute to this if you'd like. We don't have any Lynx characters. Does anybody know of a Lynx person in the fandom?
The only Lynx I know of is Lynx that was playing Chrono Cross.
Urge? No, actually, no, wait, no.
And it's a male Lynx. This is perfect.
Lynx the Lynx.
Lynx.
We went Lois.
Yeah. Lois is the only one I can think of. Aside from maybe Bubsy, because I think Bubsy's a Lynx.
Obviously the Bobcat?
Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, look at who's a good boy. Moving those potatoes around. Cellkit has gotten sick again.
Who got sick?
Cellkit got sick again. You literally just got over being sick, and you got sick again.
I can't help it. I got a sweet tooth.
Medical emergency. Oh, somebody's passing out from heat stroke, I bet. Hold on. Okay. Let's prioritize on this cooler so she doesn't overheat. It's 48 degrees indoors. By God.
For a minute, I was puking on the floor.
He was puking on the floor.
Oh.
Puked again.
Ah.
Jeez, get some AC in there. I can't do AC yet. I don't have enough power. I need batteries first. Oh God, now there's an alpaca that wants to kill us. Alright, I want to see. Can stun be used on animals? Yes, it can. Let's let it get close. Alright. All's
Stop
well.
shooting the deers.
Now Pekka bit you on the right arm.
Still going?
Hey,
That's all.
Jonas.
Hi. I
Ow.
just.
There was a raccoon, but it ran away.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say for a second that you had to shoot it or something.
No, we
Oh,
were
okay.
trying to tame it and then it just disappeared. I don't know where it went. I guess it walked off the map.
Okay.
It was stealing our veggies.
Oh, that's no good. So this is like a. It's like a building sim kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a colony simulator.
One of those heavy management type things where you're directing people what to do.
Nice.
You're basically God.
So we've got Rick Snack Daddy Griffin. We've got Game Salad Cat Cobra. And we've got Radier Fox.
No Jonas.
It's no
Well,
Jonas
we
yet.
tried, but it ran away.
It ran away.
Oh, we've also got Apollo, the Labrador Retriever.
Aw.
And Lois, the male lynx.
Nice. Do you face like obstacles like famine or like angry natives or anything that kind of thing?
Yeah, we've been attacked by pirates a couple of times, but the problem is they keep just sending one old lady by herself with a knife. They've done that to us twice now.
And we have guns.
Maybe they're just trying to get rid of her.
Maybe.
Well, list off her stats again.
Okay, so one of them we actually healed back. We shot her a couple times, healed her back up, and captured her. And now we can try to recruit her. So she was a cave world tunneler as a child. And then when she was an adult, she was a medieval minstrel.
Huh. Okay.
She
Quite a resume.
She's an undergrounder, so she likes being in darkness, likes being under roofs,
Right.
and she's a misandrist. She's incapable of doing any skilled labor, any hauling, anything intellectual, or any kind of crafting.
She just like
The
beat people
only
up
thing
and
she could
talk-
do is handle animals or like medical and arts. That's it.
Well, it seems like she wants to be. She wants to pound people and talk to them at the same time. She has a passion for them. Melee and socializing.
Maybe she'd be a wrestler.
Yes. Charlotte, the wrestler.
Is it like? Are you at like 2x speed or something?
Yeah, I'm at 3x speed right now. So there's pause,
Okay.
1 times speed, 2 times speed, 3 times speed.
Nice.
Excellent. I like those. I like those settings.
Snack Daddy is in a good mood. So he's gonna go frenzy,
Hey, go frenzy.
which means he's just gonna work 20% harder for the next like day or so. Sweet.
Oh. Free labor. Is it free? Do you pay him? I don't know.
You just gotta
Oh,
cook all those meals.
I'm getting the impression that you're big into like building sims, and like
Me?
No.
What? No.
I heard I get hooked to them, but I like them too.
you ever
Maybe
play
because of the chaos. Maybe because of chaos.
you ever play the classic Sim Cities?
Yes.
I have not.
You haven't? Oh.
I have played City Skylines. That's the one I kind of go to.
You,
played-
well, you're a '90s kid. You might not. You may find them not sophisticated enough.
I'm
but,
not even a 90s kid, Jonas. I was
Are you
born in
2000?
'96.
You're a baby.
I thought you introduced me to Sim City for the Super Nintendo, and I was like, okay. I really had no idea how it worked at first, but then I saw the big barrier statue, just like, what? And then he summons Bowser to wreck it, and I'm like, what? He's, okay, and then he tells me, this is my population. I'm killing them right now. This is what? It's just like one what after the other. Well, as he wrecks his city, it's like, you know, I hate to say this, but this is amusing. I like it.
Yeah, the old top-down view, where you're kind of like you've got like the God's eye view, and you're not really involved in like the you know, there's not much street level stuff happening. It doesn't really feel like you're managing a population. It feels like you're just running a sim. It wasn't really until later games where it started to really feel like, oh yeah, okay, you're actually like you are managing virtual people's lives, you know.
Yes.
But I was a big fan of the original back in the '90s. That and like Sim Earth.
Oh, I had Sim Super Nintendo as well, but I Sim Earth. While it was fun, I really had no idea how planet climatology worked, and I was like, "What am I doing here?"
It was difficult. I mean, it's tough, even with the like they give you like CO2 generators and stuff like that if you really want to just force the terraforming. But it's difficult because there are so many variables at play, you know, in a global ecosystem.
Yeah.
So it just becomes really tricky to keep the planet in balance. Just
Oh,
like
I
the real
knew.
world.
Yeah, but the thing, like you say, like back to the only thing I knew was land people go here, water people go here, and that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting because in Sim Earth you can have the sentient life forms do not have to be humans. In fact, there are a myriad other choices, and I think even one has like you can have like sentient plants if you do it right.
Yeah.
And it's just really interesting. It sort of relies on it sort of relies on certain principles, like civilization can't exist without sharpened tools. Just stuff like that. And
What was the one I
walls.
heard previously? It was like any sentient species is going to be greedy, expansionist, curious, and competitive. Is what like the scientific approach to it is like. If we actually want to find sentient life out in the universe, it's going to probably have those 4 qualities.
Well, not only that, it would probably. I think I saw like a Curse Stock video that talked about how meeting would be a disaster for us because unless we are somehow at exactly the same level, there's going to be some conflict. It's going to get ugly. Possibly, some colonization and probably some extinction.
Did you ever see the I don't know what sci-fi universe it is, but I remember seeing one where it was like we got invaded by aliens and they came down to us with their spaceships. They're faster than light spaceships, and they came to invade us, and they attacked us with muskets.
Oh, wow.
Because that was the highest level of technology they had. Turns out every other species in the universe invented space flight around, 1300, 1400 our time.
Oh, that got out of bed.
Like, their spaceships are made of wood.
It reminds me of that one, the Pilot Voyager episode where it was like, okay, you've got the the big tan wrinkly-headed aliens in the Delta Quadrant who are like, they've got ships, they've got spaceships, they've got all the other 24th century stuff, but they can't make water. They can't make water, and they don't have transporters somehow. I mean, the transporters thing I can justify, but like, they can't make water. They don't know how to replicate. Anyway,
we just hit midnight, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we sure did.
All right. Well, currently we're still working on getting Carlota to join us. She has 8.4 resistance, and we're losing about half a point of resistance every talk, which is like once or twice a day. So it'll be about two more weeks in game before we can recruit her.
Nice. Does this have a multiplayer mode, or is it just one?
There's a multiplayer mod.
Oh.
For what I've seen, well, okay, so here's the thing. There's a multiplayer mod, but there's also a new update that came out literally yesterday. I don't know if the multiplayer mod is updated for that yet.
Right.
I would have to check it out. But that sounds like something you're interested in. I would totally do that with you guys, and we could even restart this again and actually do the early be prepared thing, so we could get everybody's characters sort of very carefully.
I enjoy these games with one important caveat. I like ones where there's a finite win condition. Like there's a point where we can say, okay, we're done. Because.
Yep.
Well,
This one has that.
Okay, good.
Your
Because, my
goal of the game is to build or find a spaceship and get off the planet. Or
Right.
the third one is if you get a high enough ranking in the Empire, like royalty thing, you can just ask for a leave of the planet, and they'll just take you off the planet with their ships.
Oh, nice. Okay. And you're starting with crops.
Yep, we are growing potatoes and rice and cotton
Ooh.
and smoke
Okay.
leaves.
You can have shirts, and you can have French fries, and you can smoke.
We got that Mary J. Leafy crop grown for the psychological effects of chemicals in its leaves. Makes users feel relaxed, reduces motivation, and can be addictive.
Shut up. You got a pot farm. That's funny.
Drugs make a lot of money in this game.
Oh yeah, I know.
Not farm.
I'm from California.
We could have a cocaine farm.
Yes,
What?
we will eventually update this from being smoke leaves to being psychoids, which we can then turn into yayo, which is basically cocaine.
Are you? Oh my god. So you're gonna be like coke dealers.
Could be.
That's funny.
We'll be trailer park boys.
We're in like a Wild West lawless landscape, right? Like, cocaine dealer is a legitimate business out here.
Can you get raided? Like, is there any chance of like getting,
Oh yeah, like I said, we had those old ladies attack us, but eventually they'll come at us with actual groups of soldiers with guns and
Oh my god.
swords and bombs and stuff.
So you could have your cocaine operation actually like raided and burned down and shit.
Yes.
God, that is not what I would have expected from a game like this. That's funny.
What else is there? There's also...
I mean, you couldn't do
Oh,
that
yeah.
in SimCity.
I also forgot Sal Cat is the mother of Rick Snack Daddy Griffin.
That's funny.
Wait, what organ harvesting thing, Drakon?
I'll tell him about the organ harvesting thing.
Oh,
So
yeah,
what?
you can harvest organs.
Yeah, so we could decide to continue to try to recruit Carlota, which I'm going to because we don't have many people and we just need more hands. But if we had enough people, we could sell her as a slave to somebody else, or we could organ harvest her and we just start surgically cutting into her and taking all the stuff we want.
All right then.
Freezing those organs and saving them for when we need them. Like if one of
Wow,
our people
this is,
develops heart disease, we can just give them a new heart.
Well, it doesn't exactly work like that, but okay. I mean,
In this game, yeah, if you extract an organ from somebody and you freeze it, it just stays the same forever. It doesn't like form ice crystals and get more fragile or whatever a real organ would.
all right. Anyway, Lost Ogre. Okay. Well, I mean, it's getting late, but I'm.
Oh yeah, it is closing in on midnight.
It's already
Well, that's
midnight.
Yeah, it's midnight.
But yeah, this looks cute.
For chat to know, here's the mods I have installed.
Tony Carmel, he's Hugs Lib. Replace stuff like
So smart deconstruction and mining is great. It's so great because here's the thing: is if you don't have walls to support a roof, the roof will cave in. And what people will do is they'll just deconstruct the walls before they deconstruct the roof, so they'll end up just causing it to cave in on top of their heads.
Oh.
So this mod just makes it so they don't do that like an idiot.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Are these included? Like, are these mods you can get through the shop, or are they like?
Yeah, they're
mods?
in the workshop. That's also where the multiplayer mod would be.
Oh, okay.
There's also a bunch I have that haven't been updated. They're only for 1.1 and 1.2, and 1.3 is the one that just came out.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind giving this a whirl if everybody wanted to.
All right. Well, maybe we could try something tomorrow. Or maybe some other day if Rick wants to. Rick probably wants to continue on Super Mario.
Oh yeah, yeah. We gotta. I read that it's about a 20-hour game, which is short for RPG.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
probably
it's not
got
very long.
yeah, at least another week. So.
That's fine. That can give the mods some time to update and allow me to sort of figure out some of the stuff.
Well, I'm trying to think of like other games I play that you might like because I used to be big on those kinds of like. You ever play Spore?
Yes. I had the Prima like strategy guide for Spore, so I can hunt for all the achievements.
Yeah. Cool. Organ harvesting and drug running. Yeah. And pirates.
You know, the modern way.
And slave
Yeah.
trade.
And minstrel and like singing miners that you up.
Yeah. I mean, so, like, this is like what I want to do with like, any game I make like this is I want to have sort of this gray morality where it's like, yeah, you could be a bastard if you want to. Right? It'll be pragmatic and you'll get some reward out of it, but you will be very heavily sort of morally compromised.
You'll be
Putting those
plagued by
decisions
guilt.
on people.
You know the thing is though, there are always people who will go their route if it's more efficient. Like even in Satisfactory, it's like, I mean, think about it. You're doing, if you want to, you could clear cut the entire goddamn planet. Or well, the
Well, yeah, even in Satisfactory, it's even more rewarded because there's no negative for like covering everything in industry. In this game, at least, your people will be upset because they're butchering humans, and they're just like, "Oh God, that's terrible! What are we doing?"
Boy, that's crazy.
So your people have moral systems, but you can do whatever you want.
Well, some of them.
And
Some of them
even
can
some
also
of-
be psychopaths or
Yeah.
sadists, and they actually get enjoyment out of doing that kind of stuff.
That's scary. Good thing the real world isn't like that.
Yes.
Anyway.
Oh, and the pyromaniacs who you don't want to recruit because they will just, even when they're on your side, they will burn your stuff down.
Hey, now I'm picturing like TF2 characters running around in this game. And, like, But God, we should do that sometime. I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be interesting. I don't know how it actually play out, but yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well,
All right.
thanks everyone for coming out.
Not my pleasure, even though I missed most of it because I had to do tech support.
It's fine.
Oh,
You-
but I'll watch the VOD and I will.
Yeah, now
not
you got
lose
2
anything.
VODs to watch. Gotta catch up,
Yeah.
Jonas.
It's true. I got homework. Jeez.
There will be a test.
All right. Well.
And if you don't pass, you're kicked out of the Roo Crew.
Wait, what?
You can't take this away from me. It's all I've got. Okay.
GC raises his head. He's like, "Wait, what? I don't what?"
Okay. All right. Good night, folks.
Night,
I'll catch you later.
Good night.
Night,
Have a good night, buddy.